September is very spiritual, and I know it is, specifically this month. So last year around this time, something had happened in my own personal life, but there was something that was very spiritual that was happening in the month of September as well. Donald Trump was campaigning. Of course, he was campaigning, right? And in his campaign, there was something that was brought up about Springfield, Ohio. And one of the things that he said was, he said a very degrading comment about a specific culture that everybody knows. He said that the Haitians are eating the cats, right? And J.D. Vance said so many other things. Now, in the Haitian community, that brought up an uproar because, one, if they have a stigma that's attached to them that everybody who is Haitian is, they do witchcraft, which is not true. Not everybody who is Haitian does witchcraft. And then there's also this stigma of Haitians eating pets, which is a very controversial within that culture because many of them don't even like pets. However, the stigma of them eating cats has everything to do relating back to witchcraft. Now, I am American, but my background is Haitian. So you can imagine the stigmas and the controversies that I had to fight against growing up. But lately, in the last decade or so, I kind of just pay attention to what I'm fighting for. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. When he said that, I was irritated. I was irritated because, again, it is a stigma. And it seemed like, why can't we be so culturally sensitive to every other culture? But it seems to me as if that's the only culture that hats is off. Them and the Muslims. I was going to respond back. And in that moment, I was going to respond back to it. Literally, God convicted me right then and there. And he said, do not respond to what that man is saying. I knew it couldn't have been me. And I felt an overwhelming conviction of not to respond. I remember saying, God, why not? Like, it's not fair. I'm tired of people always attaching stigmas and degrading them that way. And they put it on the whole culture instead of some people. And in that moment, God said to me, what is the mission and the assignment that I have given you? And he said, you're going to need to choose right now. Is either you're going to stand for this culture that I told you not to speak up in the context of the whole Donald Trump thing. Either you're going to stand for this culture or you're going to stand for me, but you can only pick one. And in that moment, I made a decision to stand with God because I will always stand with God. And in that moment, God had told me that you're going to see a lot of this, of people standing for their culture above standing for me. And I'm going to test them the same way I'm testing you. So no, do not respond back to that situation. I need to see where your fidelity lies. Does it lies with your culture and every time they say a degrading comment? Or will it rely with me and the assignment that I have given you and the things that I want you to put your eyes on, which is on the health of this nation which you live in? To make matters worse, there's a lot of people who knew that I'm Haitian, and the amount of comments and messages that I got that I didn't say anything, I just had to look the other way. But it also showed me the emotions and the feelings about people, but it also showed me that, are they truly obeying God? Because in that moment, I had to. Now, I don't know, everybody is different, but in that moment, God took a pain point and he made sure to rebuke me. Not only that, but to see if I would obey. There's a minister on here who is, I really like her stuff. And she said, do not forget that the root word of culture is cult. And this is how I know this is so spiritual about what's going on right now surrounding this man's death. Because there's going to come a time where people are going to either have to choose their culture or the color of their skin or their race, or they're going to have to choose God. I pray you ended up on the right side. Until the next one.